Welcome to SimRacingZone Virtual Studio. This is the last episode of the Eurogamer Assetto Corsa Championship. The last race of this championship was Adelaide in the land of Australia. The Dutch driver of the Trustmaster Black team, n.8, has shown immediately from the beginning who was. Just him, the champion undisputed of this event. Constancy, speed and abilities have rewarded him, bringing the colors of Trustmaster Black team to the top. Today will be an episode rich of contents. First of all, let's go to examine the highlights of Australia Grand Prix.
All the front runners had a clean start, while at the back of the pack, Jack Kitley lost his car and hit Luigi Di Lorenzo, making him drop to the last place and ruining his own race too, since he took a severe amount of damage which eventually forced him to lose more than 2 laps for fixing his car. n.8 had a very cautious start, as all he cared about during the first lap was just keeping his car on track and avoiding any collision. While at the front, David Greco kept the lead, followed by Massetti, Tatola and Tarantino, who got past Jakob Charco for 4th place during the 3rd lap. The first overtaking maneuver by n.8 took place at the 3rd lap, when he got past Pierre Potel for the 11th place. Despite the low number of drivers on the track, this race proved to be very interesting since the very first laps, as no one managed to pull away from the others, thus resulting in 5 drivers separated by less than 6 seconds after 5 laps, with David Greco still in the lead. At the 6th lap, n.8 got the 10th place from his teammate Josh Martin, while at the following lap we had the first retirement of the race, as Luigi Di Lorenzo had been let down once again by his internet connection. At the 8th lap, n.8 risked to throw away his championship when he hit the wall just some seconds after having got past Dario De Vito. Fortunately for him, his car did not remain stuck on the wall and he managed to resume the race without major issues, as he didn't take so much damage because the impact was at a very low speed. His chances to make a great comeback in this race faded away too, as this error made him jump back to the 12th and last place, with already more than 30 seconds of gap from the leader. The second driver to retire from the race was Jack Kitley, who was already 2 laps down after his accident at the first lap, and then abandoned the race after another big crash. After a disappointing qualifying session, Kevin Siggy was 7th and stuck behind Brzezinski, already almost 20 seconds behind the leaders. At the 13th lap, he started to put pressure on his rival, and after some intimidatory moves, he made a concrete attempt at the inside of the hairpin, but he went too wide and the FIDA Ragnar Simulator driver immediately took his 6th place back. Another little problem for n.8 at the 13th lap, when he had a little contact with Pierre Potel, who had missed the apex of the previous corner. The French TS Racing eSport driver decided to let the championship leader take his 11th place. With Kuba Brzezinski having some troubles and Kevin Siggy being unable to get past him, Ambus Laurito managed to reach them. But at the 17th lap, he had a little collision with a wall which caused him to lose contact with them. After almost 7 laps of intense fight, Kevin Siggy managed to get past Brzezinski for the 6th place, but all the time spent behind his lower rival made him lose almost 10 seconds of 5th place driver Jakob Charco. At the 21st lap we had a major twist. After Navy broke his leadership to more than 2 seconds on Massimo Massetti, David Greco had a hardware failure which forced him to retire from the race and to lose all his chances to get the 2nd place in the championship. Massimo Massetti took the lead, but just 2 laps after receiving the 1st place from David Greco, he had a little contact with the wall and then he went violently on a curve, thus causing damage to his front wing and forcing him to a very anticipated pit stop. He rejoined the track in 7th place, 33 seconds behind the leader Thomas Statela, but his biggest concern at the point was managing to make his fresh set of medium tires last to the end of the race. The not optimal health status of Daniel Sapti prevented him from making the expected comeback, but all he had to do in order to win the championship was finishing the race. At the 26th lap, he got past Dario De Vita for the 8th place, and at the 40th lap, he made his pit stop, rejoining the track in 9th place and overtaking Amos Laurito for the 8th place at the 43rd lap. After the scare of the accident at the 8th lap, everything seemed to go in the right direction for him. The race leader Thomas Statela entered the pits at the 44th lap, but he messed up everything. He went too long while approaching the tight corner in the pit lane, then he spun in the speed limit zone, losing every chance to win the race, as he rejoined the track in 4th place, almost 20 seconds behind Masetti. At the following lap, Kevin Siggy made his pit stop, putting on soft tires differently from everyone else. He rejoined the track in 4th position, just in front of Jakob Charcot and 25 seconds behind the race leader Massimo Masetti. At the 52nd lap, Daniel Sapti got past Brzezinski for the 6th place, and at the following lap, Thomas Statela made his move on Alex Tarantino through the main straight, but he went wide and missed the first chicane, losing 2 seconds and conceding a little relief to his rival. At the 50th lap, Brzezinski hit the wall while he was trying to keep up with Sapti, and Laurito gained his 7th place. It took almost 10 laps for Statela to reach Tarantino again after his previous error at the chicane. And at the 62nd lap, he tried an overtaking maneuver at the outside of the hairpin, but Tarantino defended his 2nd place with a great composure. With Massimo Masetti focused on making his tires last to the end, and Tarantino holding back Thomas Statela, Kevin Siggy was the fastest driver on the track, and at the 64th lap he joined the fight for the 2nd place, and after 2 laps he overtook Statela and got the 3rd place. After some more lap of intense resistance, Alex Tarantino lost his car and hit the wall at the 68th lap, losing both the 2nd and the 3rd place in favor of Kevin Siggy and Thomas Statela. The Finnish Supernova racing driver put his turbo pressure to the maximum in order to pass Kevin Siggy. By braking too late at the hairpin, and the Magenta Warriors Austrian sim driver managed to legitimate the 2nd place and started to aim for the 1st place. Kevin Siggy's race pace was unbelievably fast, and lap after lap his comeback on Massimo Masetti went from being almost utopian to be a concrete possibility. At the beginning of the last lap, Siggy was half a second behind first teenager driver, thus meaning that he recovered more than 25 seconds on him after his pit stop. The Austrian driver made his move at the hairpin with only 5 corners left. Masetti tried his very best to resist, but his tires were gone and he went too long, giving the 1st place to him. Kevin Siggy crossed the finish line and got his 2nd victory in a row after a supreme comeback, but there was still room for some other twisters behind him. After having lost the 1st place, Massimo Masetti went on to the gravel at the following corner, and he gave the 2nd place to Thomas Statela. Then he ran out of fuel with just about 50 meters left, but fortunately managed to cross the finish line on the momentum without losing any further position. Jakob Charcot got the 3rd place after failing to pass Masetti for just a couple of seconds, while Daniel Sapti completed the race in 5th position by overtaking Alex Tarantino at the last lap, and can now celebrate the championship victory. 7th place for Amos Laurito, while the top 10 is completed by Dario De Vita, who managed to stay ahead of Hubert Benzinski after an intense duel, and Josh Martin, who is the less classified driver of this race.
Now the Nvidia moment of this race. The Nvidia moment of this episode goes to Kevin Siggy, who has done many overtakings. This is what stands out for cleanness and perfection. Well done. Now it's time for the Sparkle Gaming Show. Even the Sparkle Gaming Show of this episode goes to Kevin Siggy, who made a fabulous race full of overtakings and battles, earning 2nd place in final ranking, just a few points from the summit. Congratulations. Let's take a look to the final standings. Congratulations to Enel Sapti, who won the championship with a total of 272 points. Truly well done. Brilliant also Kevin Siggy's 2nd place, steadily achieved with the useful results and podiums. Great 3rd place for Jakub Charkor, pilot of Feeder Ragnar Simulator, with 222 points. 4th place for Thomas Statela of the Supernova Racing Team with 210 points. Behind him, in 5th place, Massimo Massetti of Fast and Aged with 196 points, together with Kura Brzezinski in 6th place. And then all the others. This is the final standings for the Constructors' Championship. In 1st place, Feeder Ragnar Simulator with 418 points. 2nd place for Trustmaster White Team with 338 points. 3rd place for Trustmaster Black with 335 points. In 4th place, Fast and Aged Team with 331 points. 5th place for Supernova Racing Team with a total of 272 points. Behind them, to the 6th place, Magenta Warriors team with 262 points. And then all the others. We have even the clips of the drivers that have received the prizes.
Hi guys, I'm Luigi Lorenzo. I won the Sparkle Evolve Car Racing Simulator in the European Assetto Corsa Championship for the cleanest driver team, and I want to thank Sparkle, Nvidia, and Trustmaster, and SimRacingZone for the amazing organization of this championship. I'll see you on the track.
Hi guys, so as you know the championship is over and I got first prize, which is a GTX 1080 Ti from Nvidia. Also from Nvidia I got 2 t-shirts, and yeah, I run this card with my triple screen setup, and I mean yeah, with this card it's a must-have for triple screen setup to have high FPS. I had a GTX 970 before this one, but it struggled a lot with triple screen. Also, I would like to thank SimRacingZone for organizing the whole championship. I mean, it went really smooth. Also, the other sponsors like Trustmaster, Sparkle, and yeah, Nvidia for sponsoring the championship. Also, big thanks to Eric from Trustmaster. He provided me with this TCPC racer and this edge shifter. So thank you. And talk about this wheel. I mean, the best wheel I had so far. I had Fanatic wheels, Logitech wheels. I had also the T300, but nah, this one is really strong and very smooth for feedback. I mean, some people say to me like, get a OSW, but I don't need stronger wheel than this one. This one is perfect for my needs. Yeah, and in combination with a powerful GPU, it's a perfect match. The only thing I am missing at the moment is, as you see, I don't have a seat, so I'm driving like this. So maybe next round 2 for the championship, maybe I can win a Sparkle seat. Who knows? So yeah, thank you guys. See ya.
But that's not all here, cause this time, exceptionally for the last race of this championship, we had most odd moments of all the previous races. This time is really all. Thanks a lot for following us in this adventure, and a special thanks goes to all the staff of Eurogamer, SimRacingZone, and to the sponsor Nvidia and Sparkle Gaming for making all this possible. Goodbye to everyone, and see you at the next.
Nobody touches us at all. Shout out, shoot out, spread fear of it without spin that attack. What's off the wheel? Spread the word throughout the land. They say bad guys wear black. We're taking cancer, man. You see us coming and you all together run for cover. We'll take it over this town. Here it comes, reach for your gun and you better listen well, my friend. You see it's best now down below. Aim at you when the cameras are out. Tears down again, we want. They talking no tall tales, but just I knew your doom would come me out when the cameras are out. Sneak it. Oh, I'm in the village, so I should see, but better not take it out on me, cause your sound is found where your city used to be. So out of the darkness and into the light, sparks fly everywhere inside from our double barrel 12 gauge. Can't lock me in your cage. You see us coming and you all together run for cover. We'll take it over this town. Here it comes, reach for your gun and you better listen well, my friend. You see it's best now down below. Aim at you with the cameras are out. Tears down again we war. Ain't talking no tall tales, friend, cause I knew your doom would come me out with the cowboys from hell. So well, my friend, you see, it's best now down below. Aim at you with the cameras are out. Tears down again, we won. Ain't talking no tall tales, friend, cause I knew your doom coming me out with the cameras are out.